His name's Rik Zortman, and he's referred to as the Human Etch sketch. And what he does is the most incredible thing. Good morning, Rick. Thanks for joining us. How are you this morning?
I am great this morning. How are you?
I'm all right. We're not cutting into your run time, are we?
Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to run as soon as we're done.
Okay. Tell us, why did you start running?
Well, I started running because I lost my son, Armstrong, to cancer in 2009. At the age of 3, he had brain cancer, so I wanted to do something that would remind me of him. My little one-on-one time with him. It's nice to go out and do something in his honor.
But recently, you've started running for other children by mapping it out on the GPS. How does this work?
I usually map my run, and it usually traces you as to where you run, like, you run north, south, east, west, and then when you're done, you kind of see where you ran. Somebody actually commented on my page that said my running posts were boring. So when September 1st came around with Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, I ran my son's name, Armstrong, and while I was running his name, I was like, well, I could probably do this for other children. I'm going to put this out in social media and see if anybody has any interest in this. And so after day 2, I had well over 40 names.
And your goal was 100 names in 30 days. And how many kids' names have you run so far?
I've ran almost 250 names,
Wow.
and then the majority of those are children that have fought cancer either by losing their battle or are still continuing to fight.
So recently, we've got a little girl who's battling leukemia, and unfortunately, it's a losing battle. Her name is Maya. And you just recently ran for Maya. How did you hear her story?
Donna Mux actually saw my story this month in Runner's World, and she reached out to me and told me about Maya. I read Maya's story, and I wrote back. I said, I've been there. I've lost my child, so I'm going to run her name tomorrow. It was pretty awesome to run it and to figure out how I was going to do it. When I got done, I was like, that looks pretty awesome.
If you go to his Facebook page, the Human Etch sketch, you will see it's like the above aerial view of Google Maps and all these names. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Are people like sending you names? How can people do this? I just love this idea. It's just a win-win for everyone involved.
I've got a website called runforarmstrong.com, and they can send me a request through there, or they can look me up on Facebook. And the good thing is I can go out and do a couple names, or I can do 4 or 5. And there was one day in September I actually did 7 names in one day.
Wow.
It was over 16 miles that day. I did 4 and then watched a football game, and then was like, okay, I think I've got time. I can do 3 more.
I was
That's
thinking
amazing.
Maya was a nice short run.
Maya was just over 2 miles.
Wow. Well, thank you very much for taking the time and joining us this morning, and we won't delay you anymore. What name are you running today?
I am going to be doing Damien is one, and I think Ambrose is another.
Well, those are long ones.
I was going to say, that sounds like a long run. You better get started, Rick.
I sure will.
We salute you for what you do for others that you don't even know. It's what makes it so special.
It's just an honor for me to be able to not only share my story, but to be able to do this for others, because to be able to actually run a name for somebody is just my honor to be able to just pay it forward, even just for a little bit.